tomorrow I'll be going over my starting calories, my starting weight with a physique update, and then I'll put a wee side to side in the weeks down the line. So aye, see you soon. From home, a long ways from home. Yeah, so fucking there we have it. The mini cut series completo. Yeah, that was 8 weeks of dieting. Obviously lockdown happened. I took a wee 2-week break and then I went back on a week diet again. 7 weeks dieting, lockdown, 2-week break, 1 week diet. Does that make sense? So technically it wasn't 8 weeks. I was pretty much just maintaining in those 2 weeks there. In fact, I think I actually put on a wee bit of weight. I think I went right back up to, I think I put on like a kilo. So anyway, I shaved my head in case you haven't noticed. I quite like it, to be fair. Obviously it doesn't beat a wee skin fade, but make do, looks alright, looks decent. I was thinking on what I could do with this video to actually provide some proper value, other than obviously showing you what I've achieved. Basically, you know, it's not a competition prep, you know what I mean? I'm nowhere near, you know, like the condition that these guys get into when they compete and stuff, but it is a good 5 kilos lost, so £10, 8 weeks, that's sound. It's decent, it's a good wee rate of loss there. But I was thinking, how can I actually add some proper value instead of just showing you what I've done? I'm just going to go and show you basically the full process, like what I do with, you know, my clients and stuff, and you know. So yeah, pretty much I coached myself through all this, so I'll just pretty much show you what I done with myself and, you know, the process that went into it, as well as, you know, this is pretty much what I do with all my clients as well. So I'll leave a wee link down below to a basic template that you can use for yourself if you want. This isn't for everybody, it's an approach that I use and it's an approach that all my clients use and it works, but if you're into this, then by all means use it yourself. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to my computer now. Fuck knows how to end this wee scene. Anyway, on to the next clip. What is happening, guys? So I pretty much this is the process that I do myself and that my clients do also. Now what you're looking at here, this is a wee bit like, what the fuck's this, right? But this is basically a check-in sheet, right? Now obviously we've got weeks 1 all the way down to weeks 7 and 8. So this is basically what I've done over the course of the 8 weeks of dieting, right? Now pretty much what it is, it's a target section, right? So this blue section here, I've set myself targets, like sort of like goals that I need to hit day to day. So obviously I've got protein, 198 protein, 90 fat and 250 carbs on rest days. That equals to 2500 calories, right? Now on training days in the red here, I've got 190 protein, 60 fat and 600 carb. So I started off this diet on 3700 calories, right? Now obviously this goes week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then what I do week to week is in this red section here. This is basically my weekly kind of tracker section, so this is my data tracking section. So it starts off obviously the exact same again, Monday to Sunday. I've got my body weights here, so I'll put in my body weights for each day in here, and then it will give me an average over to the side here. So the reason why we take an average obviously is because we know that your body weight fluctuates day to day quite a lot, so it's quite easy to get caught up on the daily fluctuations, like, oh, I'm heavier than I was yesterday and blah blah blah. That's one way to kind of, you know, fuck up your head a wee bit. So the reason why we take the average is just because that's probably going to be, you know, the truest body weight reading basically. So yeah, as you can see, started off 71, 70.1 dropped down to 70.5. Now that was just in 1 week, so that's about a 0.6. That's about a 0.6 kilo drop. So this check-in sheet has like 4 sections to it. Okay, obviously I'm just going to go over the data tracking and the nutrition and then the training bit. That's all that really matters at this point. I don't want to get into like sleep and gut health and so on. So the only thing that matters here is having like a target section basically, and something that you can put in all your data, like your calories and your body weights and stuff. So yeah, as you can see from using MyFitnessPal, put in your protein, carbs and fats. Monday 200 protein, 92 fat, and 222 carb, 2500 calories. You know, how well did you stick to a diet on a scale of 1 to 10? Obviously I got a 10 out of 10 perfect there, except for, you know, the Thursday where I was off a wee bit, but that's fine. Now, obviously nobody's going to see all this, but it just keeps me accountable, right? It just keeps me from going off track, kind of, right? So as you can see, week 1, I was 70.4 on average, and then week 2, I was 70.1. So that's a good 0.3 kilo drop. So not really much change there, apart from an extra cardio session the next week, and then down to 3,600 calories, right? So as you can see, it's just kind of dropped gradually over the course of the next few weeks, right? Now this wasn't planned. This wasn't like, right, okay, I didn't write all this out in advance. I literally just took this week by week. And how I made these decisions, obviously it's a wee bit of a complex answer, but you know, being a coach, you just have to kind of analyse how your body's looking, how your body's reacting to calories, your body weight. With all that data, you can then use that to basically make an informed decision on what to do next, right? So as you can see, I didn't start off in crazy low calories. I kept them really, really high. You know, this is probably somebody's bulking calories. So I kept them really, really high and then just dropped them gradually over the course of a week. Right, now the reason why I didn't start on like 2,500 calories and just decrease from there is because I'm already dropping 0.3 kilos per week on 3,700 calories, right? Could you imagine if I started on 2,500? Yeah, I would have dropped weight rapidly, but I would have had to make, you know, changes from there, and you don't really want to be going sub 2,500 calories because that's, you know, that's a wee bit, you know, poverty calories, to be fair. And obviously it's not, like I said, it's not like a fucking bodybuilding competition. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get sub 8% body fat. This was just a wee clean up for myself. So yeah, as you can see, my weight's dropping pretty well every week. You know, the 0.3, 0.2 per week is pretty much exactly where you want to be, right down till about week 7, where I was 68.3. Obviously, lockdown happened here, so everyone was just kind of shut off at that point. I kind of took a wee 2-week break. In that time, I kind of, you know, I went back up to about 69-ish, and then I just spent the next week or so this week dieting and back down again. So I'm back down at 86, 68 point, pretty much 68 bang on. But that's pretty much the full process here. Obviously I've just got a wee bit of like a few more questions on this check-in sheet, like my sessions, like what session did I do today, how was my performance, my steps, and then my cardio for that week as well. Now obviously nobody's going to see this, but again, it just keeps me accountable, right? Now why am I showing you all this? Right, now obviously it's all well and good having like a transformation video of, oh, here's where he was, now here's where he is, right? Oh, cool, that's all good, but the real value is this kind of thing here. This is pretty much showing you the entire process of what I've actually done, right? Of how I've went from point A to point B, you know, and it's right there, it's on paper. Pretty well, it's not on paper, but you know what I mean, like the proof's right in front of you. So 8 weeks ago, I set out my targets, you know, I completed them, I got to my goals, and then I made adjustments from there. Now, why have I done something like this? This is what I use for myself and all my clients. Now, it definitely works, right? But if you're not into the whole adding kind of thing or whatever, and you don't want to make something like this, and that's totally fine. That's why I've added in a kind of template that you can use yourself. Obviously, if you're a coach or a PT or whatever, and you want to use it as well, then by all means, the more people using this kind of thing, then the better, in my opinion. So yeah. Again, I would really, really highly recommend using something like this if you're in a dieting phase or you're doing whatever, because this just basically helps you keep yourself accountable. Do you know what I mean? Myself, you know, I've done this at the start of the week. I've set myself targets. Now all that's really up to me now is just, you know, to hit them. You know, if I don't, then it's just I've got myself to answer for. So it just keeps me accountable, and it just keeps me, you know, ticking boxes, and it just keeps me, you know. It just keeps me getting to the place where I want to be. So this is why I think that having something like this, if you're, you know, you're doing things yourself, is so important, just to keep yourself accountable and just to make sure that you're constantly, you know, ticking boxes and, you know, achieving your goals basically. So yeah, I'll make sure to link this in the description. Make sure that when you do get it, you make a copy of it, because I'm going to set it so that you can't edit it. Because if everyone, it's a shared document, so if everyone just starts editing it, it'll just look like a pure mess. So basically, click File, go to Make a Copy, and then just save it to wherever you want to save it. You probably want to download Google Sheets just to make it as accessible as possible, so you can get it on your phone and stuff. So yeah, this is what it looks like on your phone. Pretty much looks exactly the same. Obviously, I've got my check-in sheets there. So obviously, I've got all my stuff here. So you can download that on your phone. It's called Google Sheets, and then you can just have that wherever you go, and then just make adjustments. You know. So yeah, make sure you make a file, make sure you make a copy of it, make sure you save it to one of your own documents, and then you're pretty much good to go. I'll leave this down below, so if anyone wants to use this, or if anyone's got any questions on it, then please give me a shout. I'll be more than happy to help. But like I said, having one of these is pretty much so important. It just keeps you pretty much on track, and it just keeps you going where you want to go, rather than just kind of, you know, shooting in the dark basically. Because now you've got your body weights, you've got your calories, you know how your body's reacting, and then from that you can make decisions on that basically. And it's also like a good way to keep record of everything that you've done basically. If you're like me and a wee bit OCD, then this comes in handy so much. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Again, I'll leave it off here. Anyone's got any questions, please let me know. On to the next clip. So there we have it, pretty much that's how the whole process was done. That's how I went from A all the way to Z, following weeks 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, whatever. So yeah, like I said, I'll leave that down below. If anyone wants to use it at all, or wants any questions on it, then just give me a shout and I'll happily answer any questions you've got. But I hope that you took some value from this. I hope that you can then kind of put into what I'm saying into practice, if you get me. If you've never cutted before and you want to try it, or you know, maybe you have done and it's not been successful, then maybe you want to try it another way. Whatever, it's up to you. It's there for you now, so you can use that however you wish. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. I'll leave it here. No point making it any longer than it should be. I'll leave it here. Comment, like, subscribe, share this with your pals if you want. I don't give a fuck. Aye, and I'll see you very, very soon. Catch.